19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321321. That's HAWK to 321321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
Berg, as you guys like to call him, is now lying. Because I did tell him. Wait. I told him about the tattoo of Africa right here on his chest.
You did not tell me.
I told him undrafted. I told him Atlanta.
Now, Berg, is it possible you just don't recall?
I mean, I guess anything is possible, but
you were blowing him off, right, Berg?
Yeah, if you were dismissive.
I did
Right,
not.
if you were being dismissive, you weren't being attentive in the listening department.
Here's where it gets funny.
Sure, but we didn't have, that conversation didn't happen. It was the conversation between, he would just say Nate Landman to me over and over again.
He never told you about the Africa tattoo on his chest.
Did not tell me about
Okay,
That's
interesting.
just
Who is
that seems like a pretty specific detail. I'm actually in your corner there. Relax.
Thank you.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Right, so George, you may have, with your relationship with Goldfarb may have been expecting Walker Mel,
Right, but
then
now he's
you
got
told
Julian
him,
Council because you led us down a rabbit hole to think it was Julian Council.
Have you looked up Walker Mel? He's a good-looking man.
Yeah, so I couldn't find Julian Council. I couldn't find it. And so now Goldfarb is texting me literally right now, George, saying it is in fact going to be Julian Council.
A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
give me a freaking break.
Work with him one-on-one to appreciate how good he is at what he does.
All right.
I gave a compliment and you're just going to throw it away.
No, I was about to say I'll second that.
You guys are like
Midnight in the Desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to
Bit Boy.
right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time. So,
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
if you're an
Don't get
undrafted free
dismissive
agent,
with me. I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
Wow, don't get dismissive with my boy Sedano today,
Dismiss him.
Bergman.
So, Mongrels, stay tuned.
Here we go, 7:02 and 45 seconds. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Throwback Thirsty Thursday. You know, Cappy, we're not afraid to play back-to-backs on this show.
Who is afraid?
I'm just saying.
Oh, others could be, though.
You never know.
But we're not.
Are we really starting there today?
Just because I want some fireworks with you and Cappy out of the gate.
Starting where? Where are we starting?
Well, LeBron is afraid to play back-to-back. It's such low-hanging fruit. It's such nonsense.
I like
It's
the low-hanging
silly.
fruit, though, sometimes, yeah.
Oh, my God. You know what kind of fruit you like? Dingleberries.
I do. Listen.
Oh, really?
Cappy, you and I, we've enjoyed dingleberries together.
Listen, dingleberries are something that I will say that I like to enjoy daily, frankly.
It's almost illegal to have this much fun at 7:03 already.
Oh, my God. Dingleberries. I love those.
LeBron alone, by the way.
Do you
I'm
think
41 years old.
Yeah,
Leave
well, he was
LeBron
definitely
alone.
setting that up.
Leave LeBron alone. Oh, my God.
I just don't think people watch basketball.
No,
Well, it's
I
hard to
guess
watch
not.
when he's not playing.
Look, come on,
Show
but
you how valuable he is.
But George, you got to admit, I mean, it is ridiculous that you pay him $50+ million.
Stop. Give me a
and
break.
you
Jesus Christ, for the God's sake, the man didn't even have a preseason. And, like, you're expecting him to they've only played 3 back-to-backs. He just came back.
You know what?
I'm 41 years old.
Let me ask it this way. Let me just
And
ask
he's
it this
41
way.
years old.
I don't
Correct.
want to hear about that. He's 41. He's
Like,
25.
okay, so let me ask you a question.
All right, go ahead.
Let me ask you a freaking question, because now
Alright.
you've pissed me off to
me?
start the show today.
Wait, me or Morales?
Well, no, technically, I
Both
did,
of you.
and that was the goal, though. We wanted to come
Both
out
of you. I
the
hope you
gate.
both choke on dingleberries.
Okay, well, listen, they do have pits in them. You know, they have
Cappy,
seeds in them.
That could be
you
a
know?
fun Thursday night, choking on dingleberries.
You know, hey, listen, George, those dingleberries, they can get dangerous, you know?
Do you want him to be available random game in January, or would you rather him be ready and optimal in April, May, and perhaps beyond?
I don't like that question.
Great question.
Why?
He needs time in the cryo chamber to regenerate his cells.
You know why I don't like that question.
Does it hurt your argument?
Could
Yes,
I ask
right.
a question? Well, no, but a follow-up to George's question that maybe many fans feel this morning. And again, I love LeBron.
Do you, though?
Why play against the Pelicans? Maybe just don't play that game and play the Spurs game.
Well, that's
Okay,
just it.
so it's funny you asked that, because we had this same conversation in the green room yesterday.
Oh, the
Who's
green
we?
room. Was
Who's
that
we?
like the E1 green room or the E2 green room?
E1. The game was on E1.
E1, yeah.
Who's we, though? Because are you talking to LeBron?
Richard Jefferson, Mike Breen, Tim Legler, and I.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
He talked to Wemby after the game, actually, not LeBron. Cause
No, I saw that. I mean, of course, I offered to put George on my shoulders to do that interview. He denied me that
right.
pleasure.
That's right.
And last night, I had to take a picture of George interviewing Wemby and taking his hand and sticking it all the way up as high as it could go. I offered to put you on my shoulders. I offered to get you a chair. I offered to get you a ladder. You did not take me up on my offer.
Well, he couldn't have talked to LeBron because LeBron didn't play.
That's because
I'm 41 years old.
So what was the conversation in the green room?
Yeah, let me hear
Thank
about
you,
that.
Greg. Thank you, Greg. And it was why play yesterday as opposed to today. It was the question that Cappy asked. And Richard had a brilliant answer to that.
Let's hear it.
You can bank the win if LeBron plays for sure against the Pelicans when you need wins in the Western Conference. And against the Spurs, maybe not you win on a back-to-back if you play, even if he rests against the Pelicans, because you're on the road against another great team, and it's January. It doesn't matter as much. Take win that you know you can get. Basically, the bird in the hand as opposed to two in the bush.
Brilliant
No,
comment.
put two in the bush. We're not going to do anything on that one, Cappy. We're going to let that one slide.
I mean, listen, you know, the bird in the hand thing, I mean, I've heard about the Bush. You know, I'm a big fan of Bush. I like the band Bush. I like the brand of beans Bush. I love all Bush, okay? But, George, it makes sense to me, and I understand what Richard Jefferson is saying. But let me ask you this question. Had they played San Antonio on Tuesday and played New Orleans on Wednesday, would he have sat against San Antonio on Tuesday only to come back to play against New Orleans on Wednesday?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that
Of
question.
course you don't. But here's I think where I stand on it, and I think a lot of other people do as well, which is you played against the team that was inferior, and then you
because you know you can get a win,
right? And then
which, by the way, it's not like they were. It's not like they blew them out of the water.
No,
either.
they did not. But and then LeBron would tell you, well, I had to give you a lot of effort in the fourth quarter because we were down. And, here I come in the fourth quarter. I got to exhaust everything I got. I got to unload the tank on Tuesday night so that I could possibly come back on Wednesday. But because we found ourselves in a situation where LeBron had to give it everything he had, then all of a sudden he wasn't available the next day. But it makes it look like he chose to play against a team that is inferior And then he chose to not play against a team where he knows that the young king is on the court.
By the way, that is not a decision that he makes unilaterally either, by the way. Again, you make it seem like he's the only person in on this conversation.
Do you think J.J. Redick said to him yesterday, hey, listen,
I
don't
think
play,
everyone
don't
is
play.
involved. Okay, stop.
Mm.
I think everyone is involved. LeBron, the training staff, the medical staff, the coaches, the front office, perhaps, if I had to guess. Okay? And everyone makes this decision collectively.
Who do you think has the biggest vote in all of them?
I don't know the answer to that. Why are
do.
you trying to annoy me so early in the morning?
Because
it makes for good content.
Yeah,
frankly.
it's early, and it's like there's a lot of our listeners that really love
I know
it
you
when
listen.
you lose it.
You know what? The biggest mistake I made was putting you on this Yahoo show.
Right.
Because now you're
Now
like fired up and ready to
I'm
go.
all ready to go.
Right out of the gate.
Right.
That's the biggest mistake I made.
I'm all warm. I'm ready to rock and roll. I mean, I got to
Yes.
tell you something. I didn't want to do that Yahoo show, as we discussed earlier in the week.
And I heard it went really well.
Yeah, because I didn't want to do something earlier. I didn't want to,
You lost. You lost the debate.
I did.
Oh, he
lose.
did?
Yeah. I
Wait,
lost.
you lost?
I lost.
Well, I mean, it's debatable. We were listening to it back here. Do you know why did you lose the debate, Cappy?
Well, I lost the debate because I mentioned – so Julian talked about the ownership of the Carolina Panthers and how bad David Tepper is as an owner, right? And then I combated that by saying, well, we get to see great ownership here in L.A. with Stan Kroenke. Built the greatest stadium on the planet, and you look at his resume of sports ownership, he's one of the best owners in sports. Well, it turns out the young lady who was the host of the show, Caroline is her name, George, she's from St. Louis.
So she went Michelle Smallman on you.
Yes. Once I said Stan Kroenke, once I said Stan Kroenke's the best owner, that lost the debate for me right there.
Anything Cappy said was negated right there.
Yeah,
he lost right
You should
there.
ask Michelle the same thing when we have her on in 4 minutes.
Okay, I could do that. I certainly could.
I know what she'll say, though,
George, I want you to know that I received messages last night. I've told you earlier this week, I do a lot of communication with our great listeners via Instagram's direct message, okay? I got a message.
Just call it DMs.
Well, I mean, not everybody knows what DMs
We're not
stand for.
70. This isn't the Mason and Ireland program, so you don't need to do
Bring
that.
a bucket and a mop.
Wow.
Well, no, John was going hard at me yesterday.
Why so?
He's mad that I
saw
sent
John
Mason
and
home.
Michael yesterday briefly before I left the arena.
No, he was taking shots at me the whole show, which is fine because he's mad that I sent Mason home because now Mason's going to milk that. But he's not milking it. He's got a throat issue. Like Dr. Clapper says, you don't have a bone in your throat. It's tough to diagnose.
Is this what I was reading on Twitter yesterday when people said that you said,
No,
or
I didn't
Ireland
say.
said,
Ireland
Ireland
said.
declared that
But that was not when I was in the studio. I was in the studio for like 5 minutes to clear up this whole phone nonsense.
But
why don't we tease that? Cappy, let's tease ahead and do that at 7:30 because we got Michelle Smallman in a few months, and I want a few minutes. And I think you should clean up what you were about to say.
All right, George. Andrew Lesky is a Sedano and Cap 710 listener, and he wrote me a note saying, hey, Cap, all the way from Australia, it's Thursday afternoon, it's 106 degrees Fahrenheit, and I thought I'd watch the Lakers and listen to Ireland's call, but then I saw this, and I couldn't help but think of you guys, and he sent me a picture that he took of you interviewing Wemby, and all we see is like a corner of your forehead and your hand lifted up to Wemby. Please
That's how tall he is.
Please allow me to put you on my shoulders next time you do an interview with him. Please.
No, there's actually a lot of great pictures of a wider shot of me and him that were floating around the internet that are fantastic.
I took one, and I posted it last night. Did you see mine?
I did not know.
Oh, dude, I tagged you in the post.
I didn't see it. I didn't check my social media afterwards.
Come on. I took a picture of you. You were so cute.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway. Michelle Smallman is going to join us. How about that?
Yeah.
And then she can get mad at me, too. She can get mad at me because I called, Stan Kroenke one of the best owners in all of sports. But if you're from St. Louis, like Michelle is, or you're like from, there you go. There's my picture right there. We're showing it on YouTube right now. I took that picture of my boy last night. I was sitting there having dinner last night, and then I saw George do this, and I was like, I got to get a photo of this. Look at how cute he is. Look at him. You guys realize Wemby's 6'5" and George is like 4'2"? You guys realize that? That's the real. That's
You're
the real
4'2",
deal.
Sedano?
That's right. And Wemby's only 6'5".
That's not nice.
He ain't 7'4". That's what it looks like right there.
All right, the great Michelle Smallman will join us in just a few moments. You hear Unsportsmanlike each weekday, 3 to 7 a.m., leading into our show. Thanks to Prize Picks. That's Michelle's appearance, made possible by Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in windups after you play your first $5 windup. That's code CAPPY to get $50 in windups after you play your first $5 windup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. I know Lindsay's got something for Michelle today, but I want to start off with her out of the gate because the way they ended their show on Sportsline before we came on is that Evan Cohen didn't know what a Labubu was. Now, you guys know what a Labubu is, right?
I do not.
Really?
Nope. What is a Labubu?
Sedano, you have to. Your daughter's probably got a Labubu.
I don't know what that is.
It's like that. Bergie, explain it. You better than I.
Why do you know what a Labubu is? When you talk about daughters, you don't got a little daughter.
I don't, but I have nephew. I don't have nephews. Stephanie has nephews, and they've talked about Labubus because a lot of their friends have Labubus.
They're these little monsters, and you put them there. They're a keychain, and you put them on your bags. Women put them on their bags, and they're collectibles. They come in little boxes, but you don't know which Labubu you're going to get. So it's all just like random. They're just these little monsters.
Okay, I'm
Little
looking
monsters.
at Labubus right now. I'm looking at Labubus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you
I've
didn't
never
know
seen one.
Labubu, but apparently Evan Cohen didn't know Labubu. And now Michelle Smallman joins us, and we'll explain Labubu to you, Cappy. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Michelle.
3-2.
3-2. Good morning, Michelle.
Hang on, Chris is by himself today, so we.
I think Michelle's up. Michelle, good morning.
Hello, are you guys there?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're there.
here.
There you
Yes.
go.
Hi,
I
Michelle.
couldn't hear you for a second. How you doing?
Really
3-2.
3-2. Chris just told us that Evan didn't know what a Labubu was, and nor did George nor I know what a Labubu was and is. What is a Labubu?
I'm really surprised that George would not know what a Labubu is. George, given your kids' ages, I expected that they had them,
Nope, not to my knowledge.
which means they probably do, and you just don't know. So do you guys remember Beanie Babies or Trolls back in the day when we were growing up, that they were the popular thing for kids to have and collect? The Labubu is kind of like that. It's do you guys know the book Where the Wild Things Are? Pat Costello on our show brought this up. They kind of look like the little monsters from Where the Wild Things Are, and they're kind of Beanie Baby size, and people put them on bags. They're kind of like bag charms. And Jimmy Butler walked in last night wearing 2 Labubus from his hat, so that's why it got brought up on our show.
I don't have a Labubu. Didn't know what a Labubu was. Feel like I've missed the whole Labubu craze, and now want to get some Labubus. In fact, I just like saying Labubu.
I think you need to get a Labubu. Why not? Google them right now. See if you can get one delivered.
I'm Googling it right now. I'm going to the It's Labubu official store, and here they are. Discover the world of Labubu. Oh, and here's a 10% discount if I give them my email. I can unlock the offer. No problem.
Michelle, do you like the
Are they
Labubu
expensive?
or the Jellycat?
Oh, I don't know what a Jellycat is. That one I don't know.
It's the same thing, but it's just a different thing.
Listen to this. You ready for this? A Labubu,
I'm ready.
$39 for the Monsters. This one's. Then here's one, $55 for the Disney version. Here's $99 for a Labubu box. It's a mystery set of 3. 30. Oh, I can get a discount on the Crying Baby Labubu. I can get it from $69 down to $49. That's pretty good. $35.
That's expensive.
Wait. How about this one? The Labubu Vinyl Face Blind Box Exciting Macaron Series. I don't know what that is. $190. Oh, here's one for $290.
Oh, my goodness.
Gosh, man. These Labubus are no joke.
They're very popular, though. They're very popular.
Meanwhile, Cappy, producer Lindsay Baseball has something for Michelle.
Well, I was listening to Unsportsmanlike yesterday. By the way, a good job with the word of the day. 2 days in a row of Evan missing it.
Thank
He was
you.
Totally caught off guard. But we were talking about Jerry Jones earlier, Christopher and I, off the air, just because Jerry just says some crazy bleep. And you mentioned that when you guys were having your John Harbaugh conversation, you wouldn't be surprised if Jerry, who's notoriously known for stirring up stuff during the offseason, if he were to give John Harbaugh a call to see if he might be interested in a coaching job with the Cowboys.
Yes, we were thinking about, based on Adam Schefter's report, of 7 teams that reached out to Harbaugh's agent in the 45 minutes after he was let go, what the mystery team could be. Because outside of Baltimore, there's only 6 openings. So if he's saying 7 teams, that means there's a mystery team and a team that has a head coach currently employed. So my first thought obviously went to Miami with the Ross connection to Jim Harbaugh and the Harbaugh family. I started thinking about teams who are currently in the playoffs that maybe if they underperform based on expectations or based on timeline, i.e. a Sean McDermott with Buffalo. I hate to say it because he's my coach, but Matt LaFleur in Green Bay, there's certainly been talk percolating around that situation that maybe those could be. And then I thought to myself, who else out there would want to acquire a big fish like John Harbaugh? Who would want to bring in a coach with a proven track record who is a star? And maybe it's my recency bias because when I was traveling over break, I had the Jerry Jones doc downloaded on my device, and I forgot to re-download something new, so I re-watched it. And just his mentality of stirring it up, of always wanting to be relevant, of wanting to win championships. Then he comes out and says that his goal is to retire with the most Super Bowl wins, and he's 83 years old, and they didn't even make the playoffs this year. They went 7-9-1. So he better expedite that if he's going to, get to a Super Bowl, which he hasn't done in 30 years. What's a good way to do that? Bring in a proven head coach. So I thought maybe, just maybe, if there was a mystery team that could shock us, because Brian Schottenheimer, despite the record, given all the circumstances of this year, I thought did a pretty good job. Maybe it could be Jerry in Dallas.
The only thing I say about John Harbaugh is that I would say you tried this not long ago with Mike McCarthy. And I'm not saying they're the exact same guy, but they both have one Super Bowl to their credit. And you did try it with the experienced veteran Super Bowl champion caliber coach, and it didn't exactly work out. I like Brian Schottenheimer. I'm biased towards Brian Schottenheimer. I admit that. But I thought Brian Schottenheimer, given the circumstances this year, did a pretty solid job. And defensively, that's where their problems were, and a lot of that was because of the trade they made at the beginning of the season. And then they just fired Matt Eberflus, the former Bears coach, who was their defensive coordinator. So I think you stick with Brian Schottenheimer, but I understand why you might think that, because Jerry does like to keep himself front page. There's no doubt.
I've danced with the devil.
And the comments yesterday, boy, those were interesting. Man.
Yeah, it's been 30 years since they won a Super Bowl. They missed the playoffs the past 2 years. They haven't even been to a conference title game since '95. You just finished 7-9-1, and you're talking about winning how many? 4 more Super Bowls? Why don't we get a winning record and get to the playoffs first?
Yeah, it's good advice from Michelle Smallman. There you go, right there. Way to go, Michelle.
Michelle, of course, getting ready for a big weekend. Packers, Bears, Michelle. Is this a big test for your Packers, or are you just happy they got in the playoffs?
No, of course it's a big test. We're not happy we got in the playoffs. This is a team with expectations to win a Super Bowl. And I know part of the reason why we thought that is because Micah Parsons, a huge reason, and he's not out there anymore. But no, this is your hated rival. And even though they won the North and they're seated higher than you and they're hosting this game, they are a less proven commodity. We're talking year 1 with Ben Johnson, year 2 with Caleb, but with year 1 with Ben Johnson. The offense is inconsistent. Jordan Love needs to exert himself. I am a big Jordan Love supporter, but we have seen Jordan Love 2 years ago go into Dallas, crush the Cowboys in Jerry's world, play well against San Francisco, and go on that little playoff run. And ever since then, it's been Jordan Love can be the MVP. Jordan Love can be a tier 1 quarterback. Jordan Love could be one of the best to do it in this game. He needs to get to the level that Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre were before him. Well, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity without the best player on your team and the quarterback on defense and Micah Parsons to go out there and be the reason why the Packers win the game. And this reminds me a little bit of where I'm from with the Cardinals-Cubs rivalry. Even though the Cubs have won a World Series more recently than the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are currently down bad, you cannot let the little brother win. I don't care that they've had a better season than you. I don't care that you've been banged up. You cannot have a first-round exit to the Chicago Bears. So much pressure on Green Bay in this one. In my opinion, Chicago playing with house money.
Oh, wow. Yeah, listen, you're at home. You split the season series. Both games were amazing. Chicago certainly did have a chance to win in Green Bay, didn't get it done. And now a division rivalry, a heavyweight battle in the first round of the playoffs on Saturday for the night game. This is a monster game. I don't know how you feel about it, George. I kind of feel like I like Chicago. And I say it like that. Chicago is a home dog. Green Bay's a 1.5-point favorite in Chicago. I like Chicago to win the game. What do you think?
I don't. The problem with the Packers, I don't trust their quarterback situation, regardless of who's going to play, right? I'm just not a big Jordan Love guy. I don't know what to make of him. I feel like some days he looks fantastic. Other days he's just pretty mediocre. And obviously if they play with Willis, which, that changes the dynamic completely. But I also don't know what to make of Chicago in their first real playoff game. So the only game I feel comfortable in picking this week, to be honest with you, that I feel like if I had to pick just who's going to win the game, it's really the Rams and Carolina. The Rams, to me, are not going to lose to Carolina twice. They're a 10.5-point favorite. Every other game to me is a complete toss-up. Like, you could talk me into almost anything.
See, I feel most confident about the New England Patriots this week. It's a Sunday night game. It's at home. I know I love.
Well, that's just because you hate the Chargers.
Oh, let's be clear. It is 100%.
I don't think
my
that
bias.
that's like some sort of slam dunk, though.
No,
like
not,
it could end up being a blowout, but it's not like on paper. It's not a slam dunk.
But I will just say this: that I can't wait for my Patriots to beat up on the San Diego Chargers of Costa Mesa. That is what I'm looking forward to this weekend. I mean, I think the Rams and the Panthers, man, that thing's over Saturday afternoon. Rams advance, and my whole redemption tour. Michelle, I don't know if you've heard this or not, but I have a redemption tour for the Rams. They beat Carolina where they lost in Week 13. They go beat Seattle where they lost when Seattle had 3 2-point conversions and were 100% on 2-point conversions. And then they wind up going to Philadelphia in the snow, and they avenge the last 2 losses, really the last 3 against Philadelphia, and then go win the Super Bowl up in Santa Clara in their rival stadium. I think that's what's going to happen in these playoffs, Michelle. Rams, Super Bowl, redemption tour.
Yeah, I hate that, obviously. Obviously, I hate that, but I if we're talking about the Rams, they cannot lose to the Carolina Panthers. Like, I don't care what happened in the regular season. You are a much better football team than they are. You should absolutely take care of business. And hang on, someone's trying to crash this interview, you guys.
Did you talk to George about the height thing?
No, not yet.
Oh, the Wemby shot. We were watching it this morning, Sedano. Oh, my God. It's the greatest thing ever. Sedano next to Wemby. Oh, my God.
Evan, I offered to put him on my shoulders. I offered to put him on my shoulders.
It's only the second time it's happened this season. Like, yeah, I mean,
I saw the first one, but the thing is, we watched it as a show this morning because I think you were on before us.
Oh. Like
that
year?
picture. You seem very interested in that. Okay.
Part of,
all right, you know what? Back to small.
They play the interview as part of SportsCenter all night, Sedano. That's what it.
Yes, exactly. That's what it was. Sports Center. It was on Sports Center. We took a photo of it because that's what I look like standing next to CC, George, because I'm so much shorter than him.
Yeah, he's a humongous dude. Like, what do you know? That is what it is. It's funny because Legler walked up to me afterwards and it's like, you're like an average height guy, like, and you barely get to his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, he's a monster, dude. Like, he's insane when you see him up close.
Well, we should definitely bring you a couple of phone books to stand on. You know what I mean? At the very least, if you want, let me put you on my shoulders.
What I've told you before though is, and this is the difference between me and you. I'm a pro, and you at times can be a pro. Is that he doesn't love talking about his height. So you mocking his height is only going to make your job as a reporter more challenging. Like,
I don't know if it's mocking, though.
He constantly deflects about his height. So clearly it's an insecurity at times, which I would understand. But, you like to needle people, Cappy.
I want to help you. I want to help you. You're my guy.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I want having you on my shoulders.
You want to make it a spectacle. That's all you want to do.
Well, we can argue later. Let's thank Michelle for joining us, the great Michelle Smallman. You can hear on Sports Line weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. with Evan Cohen and Chris Canty. Thank you, Michelle.
Why are you getting Michelle out of here? I want Michelle and Evan to stick around.
Yeah,
you wanted them to sit there and just have to listen to you two argue?
I want Evan to tell me what he thinks about putting George on my shoulders.
I didn't even get a chance to ask Michelle but one. I didn't get interacting with Michelle but once because you and Cappy kept talking to her.
Well, we like her. We're fans of Michelle Smallman.
I mean, you didn't even let me get in on the interview. So,
we look forward to talking to Michelle Smallman.
So do I. But it would have been nice to have.
Well, go ahead, George.
More than one.
Yeah,
no,
George,
you know what? Now it's time.
No, that's it. That's it. He's done.
No. Well, we're up against the break now. That's it.
So should I do the lockout again?
No, I mean, we should start the whole show over again, to be honest with you.
Thanks to Michelle Smallman. You can hear her and Evan Cohen and Chris Canty weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. Unsportsmanlike with Evan Canty and Michelle. Meanwhile, George, something you can join in on. Tell us about our friends at Cadillac of Beverly Hills.
Yeah, listen, we've teamed up with the finest dealership in America, Cadillac of Beverly Hills, and we know Cadillac, but when was the last time you've driven one? Well, I've been very lucky to drive this Lyric that I've been in for a number of months now, thanks to our friends at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Tony and Dan and the crew over there at Cadillac of Beverly Hills have allowed me to drive this wonderful vehicle. By the way, it starts at about $400 a month if you want to lease one. And this new lineup of Cadillac EVs, which a Lyric is, sedans, SUVs, which is a Lyric as well, define luxury at the top of its game, and you can find them all at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. So go in and say hello to the incredible team at Cadillac of Beverly Hills and check out their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com on the web. But I'm telling you, when you go to Cadillac at Beverly Hills and when you drive one of these Cadillacs and you test drive one, you're going to be like, man, what have I been missing? This is luxury at the top of its game. You know you've made it when you drive a Cadillac and you get to buy an American luxury vehicle, and you can do so at the greatest dealership in America, the most beautiful dealership in America, Cadillac at Beverly Hills. Check them out on the web, CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Thank you, Sedano. 7:29 on a Thursday, Cappy, the 8th of January. Now, should we start the show over when we come out? You want to play the open again?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you guys just sort of like, I don't know. There's just been a lot of.
I mean, I'm still going to ask about LeBron and back-to-back, though, even if we start over.
Angst, to start the show. Like,
All right.
You guys are just.
Well, let's figure it out if we play the open next or not. Stay tuned. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show back in 3 minutes from right now, sucker.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Visit CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Let's see here. Good times for mac and cheese. Slip a Wahlburger in there. Cielo for a steak and some vino. Gotta grab a boba from Mosin. Pink coffee for dessert. Yep, that settles it. Can't start my diet until 2027. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo. You want to. The holidays are over. Now it's time to have fun. Get in the car. Head to Morongo. Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times.
Hey, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, quote, inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Previously on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Berg, as you guys like to call him, is now lying. Because I did tell him. Wait. I told him about the tattoo of Africa right here on his chest.
You did not tell me.
I told him undrafted. I told him Atlanta.
Now, Berg, is it possible you just don't recall?
I mean, I guess anything is possible, but
I mean, you were blowing him off, right, Berg?
Yeah, if you were dismissive.
I did
Right,
not.
if you were being dismissive, you weren't being attentive in the listening department.
Here's where it gets funny.
Sure, but we didn't have, like, that conversation didn't happen. It was the conversation between, he would just say Nate Landman to me over and over again.
He never told you about the Africa tattoo on his chest.
Did not tell me about
Okay,
that.
interesting.
So who is
I mean, that
lying
seems like
here?
a pretty specific detail.
Right.
I'm actually in your corner there.
Thank you.
Relax.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Right, so George, you may have
with your relationship with Goldfarb. Goldfarb may have been expecting Walker Mel,
right?
But then
now he's got Julian Council because you led us down a rabbit hole to think it was Julian Council.
Have you looked up Walker Mel? He's a good-looking man.
Yeah, so I couldn't find Julian Council. I couldn't find it. And so now Goldfarb is texting me literally right now, George, saying it is in fact going to be Julian Council.
A little sabor?
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
Work with him one-on-one to appreciate how good he is at what he does.
All right.
I gave a compliment and you're just going to throw it away.
No, I was about to say I'll second that.
You guys are like
Midnight in the Desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to
Bit Boy.
right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the Stinger last time.
Oh, big time. So,
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
if you're an
Don't get
undrafted free
dismissive
agent,
with me. I'm asking you a question.
Okay. Wow, don't get dismissive with my boy Sedano today,
Dismiss him.
Bergman.
So, Mongrels, stay tuned.
Wait, is it? Do we? Wait.
7:34. Good morning.
Something's
The
weird there,
Sedano
yeah,
and Kap Morning
7:34.
Show on this 8th of January, 2026.
Do 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 do. Bing ba-dum bum ba-da ba digga doom da-dum bum. Yeah. Boom ba-dum bum 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 bing whew ba-dum bum. All right, what's up, man? What's going on with everybody today? What's everybody's story?
I mean, I feel great.
I don't know. It's the Chris Morales show. I think John Ireland's right.
Oh, it is probably like in 3 years, but for now, it's not. So
Maybe.
Yeah.
What do you mean by maybe, George?
I don't know.
It won't be just me. I can't do a show by myself. Maybe me and Bergie. Like me, Bergie, and then like Cappy 3 days a week.
Okay, I'll do a couple days here and there. I'll
Yeah.
step in. I'll bring my best stuff 3 days a week.
And then we'll interview George twice a week. That'll be part of his. He'll still keep his radio deal while that massive TV deal is carrying him. But we'll still break him off. Like what, 50 a week?
50 a week?
Yeah, just
I gotcha. George, you're doing something today that I find very interesting.
What's that?
And I've talked about this in the past. It kind of bugs me out. It freaks me out a little bit. Because you're on the road with the NBA, you find yourself, I assume, this morning still in San Antonio. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And you're in your hotel room where you were broadcasting yesterday?
Correct.
And I can see over your left shoulder the couch setup that you were using yesterday? Yes?
Yeah, it's over that way.
Yeah. But over the right shoulder, I see the bed that you slept in last night. And you did a nice job of, cleaning it up. You didn't, leave it like a mess. You didn't get out of it and not make it. I mean, it's not made like as if the hotel staff came in and made it and crispy and clean and everything. But you did make it up a little bit, so that's kind of nice. But it always weirds me out. And listen, I'm in the East Central a lot, and I take a lot of Zoom calls in the East Central, and I always position my computer so that you can't see the bed in the background. I've been on these Zoom calls with people, especially during COVID and after COVID, where they're taking their calls from their bedroom, and you can see their bed in the back. It just weirds me out, man. I don't know what it is. It's just you and your bed.
How much coffee did you have today?
Here I am, right here.
Well, to be fair, we did give him a hard time about, hey, just wake up early and have some coffee. And
I just feel like the observation stuff is hilarious. I mean, it's a hotel room. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to?
I mean, yesterday.
First
you
of
were
all,
over at
I
the
tried
couch.
to do it from the other place yesterday.
I thought you were great over there.
It wasn't comfortable for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can understand that. It's
it
not really
wasn't.
a desk.
Right. Well, because there's nowhere to put the computer. You guys need me on camera. And then so I'm constantly leaning forward and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. At least now here I'm seated at a desk with a real chair with a back and not trying to go back and forth from a couch and prop the damn computer up on my luggage, for God's sake. So
have you ever thought of like laying in the bed and like a Steve Mason style?
I would totally do that.
Do that.
I would
give it a shot. Get under the covers.
Because then I have to reset the entire configuration of where the Comrex sits and how it connects to Lindsay's tower that connects me to the internet. And it's like, no, there's like a process. I have to put things in certain places for it to work. As a matter of fact, that freaking tower has to go. And I appreciate Lindsay giving me the tower, so it's not a knock on it, but it needs to be near a window. So that thing needs to be over there. And then I have to have a long enough cord to run it to the Comrex. There's a lot that goes into this that you guys don't understand, and you guys think I'm just plopping up stuff anywhere.
Can we try the bed next week? You'll be in a hotel next
Now,
week.
do you have that long Comrex, or you got the little one?
It's a little one.
Because I
have the little one with a long Ethernet cord.
We're buying one for Dr. Clapper, and I don't know which one to buy.
I want the little
small
one. Can I get in on that? By the way, I want a little one. Maybe if we buy two rather than one, we get a better deal.
Who's we?
Me and you.
I'm not buying it personally.
No, I know, but like if we order two of them,
so no, that's $6,000. I'm not spending $6,000. Yeah,
each one's $6,000
after everything. Yeah.
Oh, good God!
And I'm not buying it. Cedar Sinai is buying it.
We got breaking news.
We've got breaking news.
What's the breaking news?
The Dolphins have fired head coach Mike McDaniel.
Wow!
Well, there you go, Cappy. You wanted to know the other day.
It is a final.
The Dolphins. You were right. You were onto something there, Cap.
Yeah.
So does Harbaugh go there now, George?
Well, that's
got to be it, right?
That's a great observation, George. You brought it up right from the beginning that Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, is a Michigan guy. The guy who is his right-hand man is a gentleman by the name of Tom Garfinkel. He's the president or CEO of the Dolphins. He's a Michigan guy. And if Jim Harbaugh, a Michigan guy, you assume has a tight relationship with Ross, and therefore you might assume that John Harbaugh would as well, that makes a lot of sense. Because what a great place to retire, Miami.
Yeah,
for
but
John Harbaugh.
Why would you want to go coach the Dolphins? They're in cap hell. They have no quarterback. I wouldn't want to coach that team.
Well,
and no GM right now,
I was going
right?
to say they don't have a GM,
Right.
and doesn't he want like some GM capabilities?
Well, I would imagine he wants to hire his own GM.
Yeah. And then
Well,
he could
I mean,
also
that
pick a
part of it he
quarterback,
could do
right?
if they don't have a GM. That part of it is fine. but-
Also, an honest question. Lindsay and I were talking about this earlier. He's 63 years old. Guaranteed $16 million a year for the next 2 years by the Ravens.
I wouldn't work this year.
Yeah, why not just take a year off and see what next year looks like?
There's so many jobs that are open right now.
But being a head coach is hard.
There's going to be jobs open every year. What are you
Right,
talking about?
But there's another job. Like if the Bills' job could come open, that's a possibility. That's a great job to go get.
It's cold.
The Giants is a good job to have.
Cold there too for a 63-year-old man.
The Raiders' job, I know you're going to laugh at me, is a good job right now.
Sometimes it's got to get really hard.
I would say this, a lot of times these coaches, when they get fired, it is humiliating. And it's like anybody in any other industry, right? I mean, you get fired in your job. What is it you want to do? You want to hurry up and get your next job. I mean, if you've got a lot of money and you can sit around, then go ahead. But most people that I know, especially I'll use our industry as an example. If I get fired, I want to fight. I want revenge. I want to get on the air as fast as I possibly can. And if you're John Harbaugh, this was your organization. You led them to a Super Bowl. You had one of the most successful franchises. You had one of the most incredible runs as a head coach. And they fire you because your rookie kicker misses a field goal? And by the way, there's probably a whole lot more to why John Harbaugh was fired for a guy who was so well-liked inside that organization, so legendary.
Did you see the clip going viral yesterday?
Which one?
Of the handshake at the end where Lamar walked right by him, didn't say anything, then
I didn't
hugged
see
Mike
that.
Tomlin quickly.
There's rumors that there was some discourse there.
Yeah, I believe that. I really do. I mean, I don't believe that you fire a coach like John Harbaugh, who's been as successful as he has been for that franchise. This wasn't a 4-year run or a 5-year run. This was an 18-year run. You don't fire a guy after that amount of time unless there's something else kind of going on behind the scenes where you as the owner have to make a decision. Am I picking the quarterback or am I picking the coach? Well, you know what? I think the quarterback's a generational talent and we're not getting the most out of him. So we've given this coach a long time with him. Let's go in a different direction.
So that's interesting, though, Cappy, because Lindsay put it in the group chat yesterday, a record with John Harbaugh with Lamar and without Lamar.
So
yeah, go ahead.
With Lamar Jackson, he's 3-6 in the playoffs, and before that, without him, when he had like Joe Flacco, he was 8-4 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So is it the coach? Is it Lamar?
No, well, but he also had Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a little different, too. It's not, see, it's way too oversimplistic to just break it down to the quarterback.
But that's what we do.
But that's also the dumb part of what we do.
Yeah.
Well, I think that when you look at Miami, Mike McDaniel, he was cute at the beginning, right? Oh, look at him. He's this little guy. He's kind of geeky. He doesn't look like he played any football at any level at any time in his life. And you know what? He's a brainiac, and he's paid his dues. And by the way, he's funny. Remember, George, a couple of years ago, they did the HBO Hard Knocks in season with the Miami Dolphins?
I don't watch Hard Knocks. So
well, I will just tell you this. A lot of people that I knew were watching it. I found myself watching it because we all found Mike McDaniel to be entertaining. He's it's like, wow, he's goofy and he's geeky, but he's kind of smart and he's kind of funny.
Well, I will say this. There was a 2-year run, or the first 2 years, where they were very innovative offensively.
Yeah, and so now you have all these years later. And again, Harbaugh versus Lamar. In Miami, Tua, who has just never lived up to anywhere near the hype. And listen, we can argue concussions and injuries and everything else, but Tua is not thus far, and I don't think he'll ever get there. He's just not a championship caliber player. And again,
I would argue that he's not even that. I would even argue that he's not even a upper half quarterback.
No, I would argue that, since we're arguing both sides and together, I would say to you that he is now going to be Marcus Mariota. In other words, he'll go to somebody's team. He'll be a competent backup quarterback. But I don't think there's any team in the NFL that looks at him and goes, you know what, that's the answer. I put him in the same category as Kyler Murray. Now, maybe Kyler Murray I'd give a little bit more leash to just to see if maybe I could get something out of him. But Kyler Murray is another failed first-round, undersized, overly athletic quarterback that just doesn't win. But I think this is an interesting story to add to this coaching carousel right now, that McDaniel is out in Miami, because I think a lot of us look and put 2 and 2 together and we see Harbaugh going there.
All right, well, let's talk. Let's get back to the Lakers at some point here, and then we can get into some of the big football games, because the next 5 days of football are going to be fantastic between college and pro.
Join DeMarco and Travis live Wednesday, January 14th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Sleep Number in Torrance, not far from Sedano's compound.
I know
Sleep Number in Torrance on PCH. Meet the Rams cheerleaders with Rampage. Win signed Rams merch and hang out with Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr, powered by Sleep Number.
Maybe I'll stop by. I need a new mattress.
There you go. Powered by Sleep Number. Sleep next level. Perform next level. That's next Wednesday at Sleep Number in the South Bay. Meanwhile, Sedano and Kap, let's talk about our friends at Prize Picks.
Listen, if you want sports action in the state of California, Prize Picks is the place to be. Prize Picks, download the app. And, of course, use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. And it's very simple to play Prize Picks. It's more or less. There's a stat projection for every player imaginable and every sport imaginable. For example, basketball yesterday, points, rebounds, assists, blocks maybe even, etc. And, of course, you go more, you go less. You bundle a couple of those together, a couple of players together, and you can win cold, hard cash.
I always talk to you about the new features that are happening on Prize Picks, and one of those is early payouts. And last night, when Luka was at about 30 points or so, and Wemby was about like 10 points, Prize Picks offered me an early payout, and I got greedy last night. Now, Luka, I played him for more than 36 points. He had 38. Wemby, at the time, I played him at 19 to go for more than 19, and he was at about like 12 or 14, and I'm like, give him the ball. And he got to 16 points, and I'm like, somebody give this kid the ball and let him shoot a 3 and at least get me to 19. And he didn't. He finished with 16. Guys, if you're following me on Prize Picks, because that's another great new feature, is you can follow. There's a whole social component now. You can see my picks. I can see your picks. Do yourself a favor. Do not play my picks on Prize Picks, because I have gone ice cold. So, Chris, you can tell your uncle, the Italian stallion, who says, why is Cap the spokesperson for Prize Picks when he sucks at Prize Picks? Dude, I've become the Indianapolis Colts of Prize Picks. I have just completely fallen apart. But I want everybody else to download the Prize Picks app, use the code CAPPY, make your first $5 play, get $50 in lineups. And let's all have a good time together playing on Prize Picks. God, I suck.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Man. God, it just
unlike Cappy.
7:47, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Thursday. When we come back in about 3 minutes, we'll talk more Lakers and get ready for the playoff weekend right here on ESPN LA.
What's good? It's your boy, Producer D, DeAndre Hawkins from the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. And I've been lucky enough to host Lakers Talk Daily on our ESPN LA YouTube channel for the last year. But big news, starting Thursday at 11 a.m., a new era of Lakers Talk Daily. Now, all the way live. That's right, baby. Each weekday at 11 a.m., we're talking purple and gold live on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. I'm a ball knower, and I'll be ready to talk Lakers with you every day, starting Thursday. Lakers Talk Daily, live at 11 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. For all you ball knowers, come support your boy, and I'll talk to you on Thursday.
Hey, it's DeMarco. Game day in LA just got a whole lot more intriguing. Hendrick's Gin, uncommonly crafted with cucumbers, roses, artistry, and imagination, brings a flavor that's anything but ordinary. As the official gin partner of SoFi Stadium and your Los Angeles Rams, we're inviting Rams fans everywhere to elevate the cocktail lineup and make every game refreshingly unique. Find your next winning drink play at HendricksGin.com. Please drink the unusual responsibly. Hendrick's Gin, 44% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, get 0% APR for 60 months on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end February 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
Rich Eisen here. Hiring for your small business can feel like a full-time job, but LinkedIn Jobs AI Assistant takes the heavy lifting out of it. It filters applicants based on the criteria you set and suggests 25 great fit candidates daily, so you can invite them to apply and keep things moving. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen, then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI Assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI Assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
Quack, 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 quack. I get parents telling me all the time that the kids in the car love the quack. They're now into the quack, quack.
Listen, I am a role model for the youth of America.
Oh, we know that.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on. Back to Sedano and Kap.
Oh, what I mean, I'm sure you'll understand now.
7:51, good morning. There you go.
To you.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on this day in 1982. The number one hit, Olivia Newton-John. Cappy, let's get physical.
Let's get physical, physical. I want to get physical. Let's get into physical. Let me hear your body talk, Morales. Let me hear your body talk.
Today is also Bubble Bath Day.
Ooh. Ooh.
And it's a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Level up your game day experience and enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets to watch the Rams take on the Panthers at Cosm, Los Angeles. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7 to wear a pair of GA tickets to experience NFL Wildcard football on Cosm's shared reality displays this Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Limited tickets available through Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app. Listen all day for your chance to win. Only with ESPN LA. Sedano.
Yes, sir. So, Cappy.
Talk to me.
I think we're back to the same place with the Lakers. Now, yesterday was obviously different because LeBron didn't play, but we're still in the same place, and it's going to be a good record, as I mentioned the other day, where we know they can beat the good teams, and until they figure out how to, or excuse me, then we know they can beat the bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
But until they figure out how to beat the good teams, then we are going to be in this kind of hamster wheel scenario until they start to do that on a more regular basis. Now, I asked JJ yesterday, what does it look like? Because, Austin and LeBron and Luka have only played 8 games together.
Mm-hmm. We started getting into this yesterday. What happens when the three of them play? Go ahead.
So, right. Yeah. So I wanted to kind of start to have that conversation again since I got a chance to actually ask JJ.
Mm-hmm. What do you say?
And I'll tell you in a second. So
you got me sitting on the edge of my seat, Sedano. What can I tell you? I'm biting my fingernails. I can't wait to hear.
And you've had that big mug of coffee already.
Right.
But so I asked him, like, what is the optimal situation there? Like, what does it look like? And the answer was interesting. It's not what I thought. So he says to me, and I don't think you could relate to this because of the analogy he used.
Oh, all right.
But it was funny. It was actually funny. You might you will think you can relate to it until he expanded upon the thought. So he looks at me and he goes, "You've played college football, right?" And I look at him and I twist my head like, "What?" And he goes, "The video game, right?" He's like, and I'm like, "Yes." And he goes, "When I was a kid in college and I would play the college football game, he's like, I would try to like, hey, my quarterback's going to win the Heisman. Like I would try to win games, but I needed to get my quarterback a certain amount of stats, right?" Yeah. And then he said, and I want my wide receiver to be an All-American and my running back to be an All-American, right? So I try to, manipulate the game to get all these stats and also win the games. He goes, the difference is this isn't a video game. Like this is real life. He goes, so what I need from these guys, and I feel like I've gotten it, except I just don't have enough of a sample size of it yet together, is buy-in. He goes, but I feel like I've got the buy-in. And he referenced, and then I referenced, about how LeBron said 2 days ago, like, Luka is the centerpiece and we need to fit around him, right? He said that to the collective media and he nodded. And, he just said, if we can get those guys to buy in and just play however we need them to play in a specific moment, which I think we will get and we are getting, then I think we're going to be fine as long as we can get the ancillary pieces healthy and playing the roles that we need them to play around those guys. So I found that to be fascinating because he's basically saying, like, he's told the guys, and they're good with it, those three, hey, the stats don't matter. Like, just figure out how you can impact the game and complement each other the best. And he believes he's gotten those three guys to commit to that, but he believes that the rest of those pieces need to get healthy, play their roles, fill them correctly, and then it will see where they land at that point in the season if they can get themselves to that point and see where they stack up. So I thought the answer was interesting because this feeling of, you love to talk about, like, oh, I remember when AD was here, it was like, it's LeBron's team. Is it AD's team? And you were kind of trying to do that thing with Luka too. And it feels like that is not an issue at all here. Like, they understand Luka's the centerpiece, but at the end of the day, the three of them collectively understand how they fit into the mechanism with each other.
Wow. That was really good, man. That's really good. I don't understand any of it, but I do appreciate everything you just said. Hold on. Wow. Here's my question. Here's my question for you. You ready?
What is there not to understand?
Well, you told me that I wasn't going to get it. You said I won't get the analogy.
No, you didn't get the reference to the video game, but the rest of it was pretty self-explanatory.
No, otherwise it was fantastic. But the whole video game thing, listen, George, here's the thing. When he talks about buy-in, Is he saying, look, I've got Luka. He's all bought in. He signed a long-term contract. I've got LeBron who's saying publicly, hey, it's Luka's team and we have to work around Luka. And by the way, I believe LeBron today about Luka, whereas I admit I did not believe LeBron was sincere when talking about AD because AD never had it. He was a good player. He still is a good player, but he didn't have what it takes to become the one. Luka does have it. He's got the swagger. He's got the game. He's got the scoring ability. He's got the resume. Luka's got it. And I can appreciate that LeBron knows that Luka is the future of the Lakers and he's the now of the Lakers. And LeBron says I can fit in around him. It's not on him to fit with me. I have to fit him. I buy it. I do. And when you get Austin Reeves back, now you're talking about a third scoring option that could give you 25 points a night. And how different might the Lakers be if they had all three of these guys on the floor at the same time? That, of course, would mean that LeBron might actually have to play a little bit more frequently. But okay, that aside. Are you saying that he doesn't think he has the buy-in from everybody else on the team outside of those three guys?
Well, I think he's pretty much said as much, that those guys are not playing the roles the way they need to play it. Like, he's said it publicly already, like in his press conferences.
Well, what is the problem? Well, what is his answer as to I need these guys to buy in, and yet I'm telling you that I haven't been able to get them to buy in? Or they're not willing, they're not capable, they don't hear, they don't understand, they're not good enough? What is he saying?
Well, I mean, that is left for interpretation, I would say. But I would say ultimately he is not getting the production from the group beyond those three that he is wanted and expected. And it's on him to figure that out.
I mean, listen, I would say this. When I look at this team this year, I am.
And by the way, and again, I don't want you putting words in my mouth. So let me stop you right there. He started, and I said this already, that the biggest issue they've had is availability regarding the entire team, including the role players.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we all know that LeBron missed time early. We see that Austin Reeves is not with the team right now. Luka has, kind of been. There was a time where he was in and out.
Gabe Vincent is a big part of what when they were playing well or to start the season. Gabe Vincent was a big part of this. Like, he is a big part of what they need off the bench, and it's not just what he puts up in the box score. It's what he means to the collective group from an intelligence and experience standpoint.
I get it. Listen, that's why when you look at last night's game, I know somebody said to me last night, they go, "Why is Jared Vanderbilt starting?" And I'm like, Jared Vanderbilt is starting because Jared Vanderbilt is an available guy, and they've got other dudes that they don't have right now, and they need him. But you've said a million times that when Jared Vanderbilt is on the floor, the Lakers are playing 5 against 4. Like, the other team is on. Yeah, the other team has a power play, against the Lakers, and Jared Vanderbilt just does not have an offensive contribution. I will grant you that. And I didn't even understand what Jared Vanderbilt was doing after that game last night. You were on the floor trying to interview Wemby, and the broadcast team was like, "Wait, hold on."
I can speculate on that, and we can do that on the other side. How about that?
All right, we can do that. But getting buy-in, come on, coach. I mean, listen, you got to get buy-in from LeBron. You got LeBron's buy-in. The rest of these guys should fall in line, man.
Again, you're misinterpreting what I'm telling you. Oh. What he's saying is those guys are fine.
Yeah.
Okay? The biggest issue for buy-in is guys being healthy, but also understanding there is a specific role for each and every guy, and they have to buy into that role nightly. He believes that the way I interpreted it was he's getting it, just not with the regularity he needs.
All right, we'll keep going on that.
All right. 8:01, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Thursday on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Jorge's not here. He usually hits the When we come back, more Lakers. But first, let me take a sip out of my Felix Chevrolet coffee mug, Cappy.
Okay, keep doing it. By the way, it looks like Jacob and Ronnie's going to eat that Felix Chevrolet license plate right over your left shoulder.
Nicky D, the general manager of Felix Chevrolet, he is ready for you to start 2026, the year in drive. He's got all kinds of great deals on brand new Chevrolets, also pre-owned. But how about this? You want to start the year making sure your car is serviced? Go to Felix Chevrolet, the Big Cat, overlooking Figueroa, right across from USC. And if you do want a new car to start off the new year, if you want some of those great deals Nicky D's got, that's why we call the GM Nicky Deals. You go in there and you say, "Hey, Nicky D, Heard about ESPN LA talking about you in Morales. I want to pet that big cat. Not only is he going to let you pet the big cat, which there's many big cats inside the showroom at Felix Chevrolet, then he's going to take you to the boutique, get you some Felix Chevrolet gear, and then you'll have that when you drive home a brand new Felix Chevrolet. Maybe you want to go EV, get the amazing Equinox, like our friend Jason Esparza in Whittier just did. Or you want to be like Cappy and get a brand new Corvette for 2026. Do all of it at Felix Chevrolet, FelixChevrolet.com. Doing it since 1921. As legendary as whatever else is legendary since 1921. Felix Chevrolet, go in there, see GM Nicky D, and say, I want to pet that big cat, sucker. Cappy, we will do more Lakers with shit out in 3.5 minutes from right now on ESPN LA.
The Sedano Kap Morning Show.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams have concluded the 2025 regular season at 12-5, and Matthew Stafford is waiting to find out whether or not he will win his first MVP of the NFL. Here's where the numbers finish. Matthew Stafford leads the entire league in yards, 4,707. Drake May, his nearest competitor in the MVP race, finishes fourth. Touchdowns, Matthew Stafford, number 1 with 46 touchdown passes this season. Drake May, number 3. Interceptions, both of them with 8. QBR, Drake May leads 77.2. Matthew Stafford right on his heels at number 4 at 71. And then when it comes to quarterback rating, 113.5 for Drake May. Matthew Stafford right on his heels at number 2. It is really close to call. And of course, Matthew Stafford finishes the season 4 touchdowns against 0 interceptions. With Tuesday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Let's see here. Good times for mac and cheese. Slip a Wahlburger in there. Cielo for a steak and some vino. Gotta grab a boba from Mosin. Pink coffee for dessert. Yep, that settles it. Can't start my diet until 2027. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo. You want to. The holidays are over. Now it's time to have fun. Get in the car. Head to Morongo. Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Sedano Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going, and going, and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Sedano Chevrolet.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, and I quote, "Inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them." End quote. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
The Post-Career Day Press Conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during Career Day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply by February 11th and get your application fee waived. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes, along with more than 135 degrees and certificates in fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. Gain the skills you need to achieve your career goals. Get your application fee waived through February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, 7 minutes after 8 o'clock. Good morning on a Thursday, Cappy. The 8th of January. And on this day, back in 1988, the number one hit, Michael Jackson, off that Bad album, The Way You Make Me Feel, Cappy.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Today is also English Toffee Day. Now, is English Toffee considered a Werther's original? I don't know.
I think so.
Is it? All right.
Well, I think Werther's Originals has toffee in it.
Oh, because there's a bag of Werther's Original now in Laura's office, Laura and Emily's office, because we got Laura, our old friend, producer Laura, addicted to Werther's Originals. She eats like 20 a day, she said, or something.
She does not really.
Something like that, yeah.
No, she really
bag of
does.
them in her
Huge,
office.
and she can't stop eating them. The boo is telling her to stop eating them. She keeps eating them.
I think Werther's are toffee flavored candy, right? Because toffee is like
They're caramel.
oh.
Let me look this up.
Toffee and caramel, the
I
same
thought
thing.
that Werther no.
Yes, Werther's
no.
Originals include toffee.
Meanwhile, top of the hour integrity, even though we're 8 minutes past it. Lakers lose last night. But Sedano talked to Wemby after the game. Do we have that audio?
Sure do.
Play it.
Victor, when I spoke to Keldon at the end of the third quarter, he said, if you guys play your brand of basketball, you will win this game. This is a franchise that has won more wins than any team since 2000. What is the brand of basketball for this team now?
I mean, our brand of basketball is sharing the ball, taking advantage of each and everybody's strengths, and helping with the weaknesses. And really, it's effort-based game, and we do the invisible work, so we know our teammates are going to do it.
How do you feel now playing a back-to-back coming off your injury?
I feel pretty good. Man, I'm ready to go, but they have to hold me back sometimes because otherwise I'll just go crazy.
Well, it's funny, your coach said that was the challenge, is holding you back. How difficult is that?
To hold me back?
Yeah.
Mentally, I don't know. You should ask the training staff. I think it's hard.
I don't know, George. Go ask the training staff. I don't know. You're like, okay, I'll be right back. I'll go ask the training staff, see what they have to say. I love what they do after the game, by the way.
Well, where was the rest of it? Yeah, there was the thing where I asked him about the drum thing that they do. And he says, "Shoot, you want to watch it? Come on." And then we panned the camera over there.
Yeah, it was. I actually really do love what they do. I was a little surprised that the ESPN broadcast stuck around for.
Well,
the
they did it
aftermath.
because I brought it up.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, my boss after the show was in the truck and said to me, I love the interview and I love the last question because it got us to where we should have been, and we probably would have gone off the air had you not asked that question.
Yeah, that's what I thought to myself also. I'm like, wow, they're giving this a lot of extra time to breathe after because you said something to him like, I'm trying to remember how you phrased it.
Well, I said, what do you got in store for the Jackals, which is their fan supporter group, like the 3252 with the LAFC, and they're chanting the whole game. And he curated that group. They had like tryouts for it in the preseason that he hosted at the arena. And they do like this drum thing at the end, and that's why I brought it up. And I said, what do you got in store for the Jackals with your new drum tradition? And he goes, you want to check it out? And he's like, I'm like, yeah, sure. And he's like, all right, come on. And then we had the cameras follow him.
Yeah, it was good. And I like what they do in San Antonio. I like when teams have like post-game interaction with the fans, like, hey, you're our most loyal supporters. We're not running off the court right now. We won. Let's all celebrate together. And when they're banging that drum and the crowd is clapping, I think it's very cool. I thought to myself last night, would the Lakers ever do something like this? Or
No.
would the Lakers think, you know what? That's beneath us. We don't do that kind of stuff.
Well, I don't think it's beneath. Beneath is not the word. I think that they have their own traditions, right?
What are they?
It's Randy Newman. You know what I'm saying? And it's the streamers and the song is blaring and the Dodgers have the same tradition, right? Like it's just that's their tradition.
Yeah, I just like what the Spurs do and what other teams do when they kind of go to their fans and they kind of have a little post-game celebration. I think it's cool.
In the postseason, like at Dodger Stadium and even at Laker games, people are like jamming to the Randy Newman song. You know what I mean? Like that's their tradition.
So you asked Wemby about playing a back-to-back coming off of an injury. And I can kind of guess what you're going to say, but that was my whole point earlier today about LeBron.
He's 21.
Well, that's
the other guy's 41.
Like I said, I could guess what you were going to say.
But you don't think a 20-year difference is like not like just a minor difference?
No, it's a big difference.
Imagine
However,
where you were 20 years ago in your life right now, Cappy. Like, think back. Where were you 20 years ago? In 2005, what were you doing?
in 2005, let's see here. I'm a 35-year-old guy. I've got 2 kids, maybe 3 kids. I'm running around chasing kids. Although at that point, once you've got 2, the third one, you just let him lay on the ground. You're like, whatever, I tripped over him. It's no big deal. But in terms of could I have done it back-to-back 20 years ago? Yeah, I think I could have. In fact, I could do it right now back-to-back. No problem.
Okay, just checking.
Look, all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this, is that your question was a good question. Hey, you're a young guy, but you're coming off a bunch of injuries, and, you're playing back-to-back. It is conceivable that the Spurs could have been like, hey, look, we don't want to play him back-to-back. We need him more for later in the season than we do right now. But I think that the Spurs are like, it's a big game. It's on national television. It is the Los Angeles Lakers. By the way.
No, that's not that. Let me tell you something about the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
The national television versus the Los Angeles Lakers has zero to do with him playing in the game or not. Zero.
Well, that may be the case, and you may know because you're there and you're on the spot and you're down there and you're actually embedded. I'm way out here. I'm watching on TV, and I just have perceptions. And my perception was, yeah, this is a big game. It is on national TV. It is the best young player in the league that we're all so interested in seeing. And by the way, there were a few dunks in that game last night by Wemby that were amazing. One where he takes the ball, I don't remember who it was, driving the lane, puts the ball up, and he like a volleyball player, like grabbed the ball and then slammed it in like one shot. And then the three-pointer that was missed, where he goes and he chases the rebound and he pulls that thing off the rim and is way up above the rim. And by the way, there's another Spurs player right there. He grabs that ball and then he takes it and he slams it home. I mean, he's an unbelievable player, which is why, by the way, many of us were tuning in last night going, this is going to be interesting. 41-year-old LeBron, 21-year-old Wemby. LeBron had a big game the other night. They won the game against New Orleans. Let's see what happens when they play against a good young team. And I think from my perspective, I was very let down last night that LeBron chose not to play.
This is about you. This is about you. LeBron, but again, LeBron did not make this decision unilaterally. This is a decision that's being made by multiple people on when he plays and when he doesn't play in this scenario. Like, he's doing something already that's already unprecedented, Cappy, to play at this level at 41 years old. And now you're asking him to – okay, let's play this out for a second.
All right, go ahead.
Let's say he plays yesterday, and then he gets hurt. Like a soft tissue thing or whatever because of the strain on his body in a very short amount of time. When he's had a very specific ramp-up for every year in his career, except this year was thrown off because he couldn't do it in the offseason, and he missed the first 14 games of the season. So then what? Then you've set him back weeks in a Western Conference that's unforgiving, and you're then really – without Austin, by the way, too. So now you're putting a ton on Luka. Like, it just – you have to play this smart, man. Like, if Austin Reeves – was dealing with a small thing, then that's one thing. Austin Reeves isn't even going to be reevaluated for 2 more weeks.
Okay, let's play it the opposite way, though. You ready? What if last night LeBron does play, and let's say LeBron walks out of the game healthy, and let's say LeBron scores 28 points, and let's say the Lakers win the game, and he's fine, and he's healthy. Then what? I mean, there is an opposite perspective, is there not?
Sure, but my point is the chance they know more than us, Cap. They know more than us. Like, they're there. They have all these metrics, biometrics, things that they know what these players' optimal levels are. Like, we are not privy to this proprietary information. You have to trust these teams and how they handle these guys.
Well, think about it, Cappy, because look at what the Clippers are going through right now. You have to bank the wins like Sedano and Richard Jefferson were talking about earlier because, look, the Clippers have 13 wins right now. They're fighting their way back.
They have no margin for error. They have to ball out the rest of the way.
And the Lakers had done that in the past, too, where they lost. They went like 1-11 in December, or they didn't bank those wins, and they were fighting, and they were only in the play-in. Now you're banking these wins. That's the exact right way to look at it because look at them now. Now they're 23-12. 4 in the West, and they're in a good spot to stay in that spot.
Okay, all I would say is this. This is my perspective. Again, how about this? Can we win this game against New Orleans without LeBron? And if my answer is yes, then I'll say, okay, you know what?
Well, it's not just without
Well,
LeBron.
you don't know that.
It's not
no,
without
I know
LeBron,
I don't know that.
It's without LeBron. It's
were
without Gabe Vincent and
without Austin, right?
Rui.
You're asking a lot. Like, if LeBron plays, your chances swing the pendulum in that game for you to get a win. And by the way, you still needed him to bail you out in a lot of ways in that game. So, yes, it's, again, take the bird in the hand as opposed to 2 in the bush.
I like the 2 in the bush, my friend. I do. I do think that we talk about Austin Reeves a lot and how he's not available. I do think we've underestimated.
He's got a grade 2 calf strain.
Yeah,
and considering how dangerous and notorious calf strains have been in the NBA and in sports in general, right?
You go right into Achilles.
Exactly. We know that one leads into the other usually. Mm-hmm. And if they told him out of the gate from Christmas time he's not being reevaluated for a month, then they must know that thing is redlining.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is that it's not just Austin Reeves. You just mentioned it, Berg, and it's something that I think we've kind of put a little under the radar. Not having Rui is also another very big deal. And
right?
that is,
and Gabe Vincent just came back. So it's like there's a lot of things that they're still dealing with.
If you had Austin Reeves and Rui and Luka and you went to New Orleans, I believe you can win that game without LeBron. And then the next night you could have played LeBron, again, assuming all 3 of those guys are healthy that I just mentioned, Rui and Austin Reeves. And then you can come back and go, you know what? Let's test ourselves against one of the best young teams. The thing is this. I just don't think that the Lakers are as good as the Spurs. And I don't think they're going to be as good as the Spurs.
Listen, I will tell you this. More than likely, you are right.
Did you guys just hear that? Can you say that again, please?
I feel like
said more than likely, you're right.
It's like kind of a duh thing, right?
Right.
Well,
we kind of knew that already.
Lindsay, come on.
We did kind of know that, though.
Come on, Linz. I mean, he didn't say I'm right. He didn't say I'm right. He said more than likely I might be right. That's like a mini win for me. Come on. He actually acknowledged that I might be right about something. Come on, Linz. Let me have a little.
You're right, Cappy. You're right.
Whoa.
But
whoa.
We don't
I
know.
got 2 rights. I got 2 rights.
We just don't know, and we won't know until we know.
Here, let me add on to it. You were right, Cappy.
Oh, my God. This is unbelievable.
Parker put in the group chat, there was a lineup last night of Nick Smith Jr., Gabe Vincent, Dalton Connect, Maxi Kleba, and Jackson Hayes. That's a bad lineup.
Right. That, and there's not much you can do if you're the coach other than say, all right, kids, it's time to hold on. The ride's about to get bumpy, okay? Because that's the lineup we got to throw out there. And, Dalton Connect, what?
I just have a feeling that there's some major criticism coming here for Dalton Connect. No,
it's not even major criticism. It's just the obvious of he's just not good enough right now.
I mean, dude, you're 0 for 5 from 3-point range, and that's what you're supposed to be about is long-range shooting. I mean, that was, worthless last night. 19 minutes to get a grand total of 2 points out of Dalton Connect last night. Not to mention, it wasn't just, an ineffective scoring night. There are times where he gets blown by. And
defensively, he's not. He's not good at all.
It's one thing to get blown by, and you're like, okay, listen, guy beat me off the dribble. He's going to the rack. That's fine. But to commit fouls after a guy has already blown by you, hey, dude, can we be smart here a little bit? You mind? So, look, I understand that the lineup was not great last night, and I understand why the Spurs beat up on the Lakers the way they did, and Luka was kind of out there trying to do everything on his own, scoring 38 points. I just would have liked to have seen LeBron last night, the old man versus the young man, the new king versus the old king. That's what I wanted to see last night.
Well, you'll get it eventually, probably in the playoffs if I had to guess,
which
is when it'll matter more. Coming up next, though, I do want to get into what I think, Cappy, could be the greatest 5-day stretch of football that we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. But first, you're going to talk about our friends at LAX.
My home away from home, which I'll be at, I don't know, at some point this week. And I'll be there multiple times, as a matter of fact, over the next couple of weeks and months, because I'm there pretty much every other day. Changes in the air, by the way, at LAX Cap. You see what I did there in the air?
I do.
Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling as soon as possible, okay? They're rolling out soon as part of LAX's ongoing investment to improve your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, the economy parking, all within 10 minutes or less. And they'll depart every 2 minutes. They'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. That's an M, Cappy. 30 million passengers, capital M, per year. Learn more by going to this website, lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Thank you, Sedano. 8:23 in the morning on Thursday, the 8th of January, Cappy. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales. Oh, Sua! This Saturday at Hollywood Park Casino, HPC starting at 11:30 a.m. Going to be a party for our live Toyota Rams countdown to kickoff. But that's not it. We're not just doing pregame live from HPC. We're then going to watch the game with a Rams Wildcard watch party at the Century Bar and Grill. As you know, that's where we do our fantasy football draft party every August. And the food in there is delicious. All these screens to watch the game. So if you've ever wanted to watch a game with Travis Rogers or producer Emily or maybe Sua, then do it with us Saturday at HPC. Plus, we will do halftime from there and the post-game show. Get there early to claim your spot, win tickets, autographed memorabilia, or have your table's food comped. We're going to do that, too, for a few select tables. RSVP right now at ESPNLA.com. Playoff football. Don't miss it. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on a Thursday. We're back in 3 minutes from right now, sucker.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
Hey, it's Cap. Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, no commissions, no open houses, and no costly repairs. With Seller's Advantage, we'll make you a fair, competitive cash offer with no surprises. Check out what one of the sellers had to say. Seller's Advantage was a lot easier, faster, and more rewarding than listing my house. I worried about getting a low offer, but theirs matched the value I was hoping for and much higher than their competitors. They gave me time to decide, and the process was friendly, fast, and anxiety-free. I highly recommend Seller's Advantage. Call Seller's Advantage today. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. That's sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down, before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Park Party Play. This Wildcard weekend, the playoffs coming live at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales, for the ultimate ESPN LA Rams watch party. The ESPN LA crew will be broadcasting live starting at 11:30 a.m. with the pregame, halftime, and postgame shows right from Hollywood Park Casino this Saturday, January 10th. Cheer on our Rams, soak in the excitement, and win exclusive prizes. Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room, and the only place to party and play 24/7. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, presented by Call Jacob and Jacob Emrani.
The new phone number, 800-345-6789.
My guy, your guy, Cappy's guy, the great Jacob Emrani. 800-345-6789.
With a new phone number, 800-345-6789.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
8:28, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Thursday. You know, Cappy, Sedano loves the oldies.
I know he loves Elvis.
And even though we lost him in 1977, happy birthday to the king, Elvis Presley. The homies love Elvis, too, you know.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys ever seen my Elvis dance?
No.
No.
Can you show us?
Yeah, show us.
You guys want to see it?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get.
Prove
let
it.
me see if I can find some room. Hold on. Here we go.
I can't. I don't have it up in here. Hold on.
It's going to take 30 seconds for us.
I want to see the screen where you're gonna wiggle it. Like,
Did you hurt yourself?
me or Cappy?
I may have
Cappy.
just pulled a groin.
That's what I thought.
I may have just pulled a groin. I was trying to do my Elvis dance.
All right.
And you'll see it on YouTube. It does take a little bit of time. You know, there is a delay.
Yeah.
But I may have George. I may have the same injury that Austin Reeves has.
Oh, we're seeing it now. I think we're seeing it now.
Watch this. Watch this last move. Watch this.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
What did you do there?
It's just like what Elvis used to do. He would jam, and then stop, and then you have to lift his leg and move it over.
Looks like your hip flexors are stretched out nicely this morning.
Yeah,
Maybe because you woke up earlier for that Yahoo Sports extravaganza.
Yeah, you guys got me up early for that thing. Walrus in Encino thinks I got nice moves. Thank you, Walrus. Puka Doncic says abductor strain. Yeah, probably so. And just talk about being in bad shape. When you do like a 10-second Elvis dance and you're out of breath, ugh, God, I'm disgusting.
Yeah, you're mad at LeBron, who's 41 years old.
But he was doing a lot of drugs when he was doing that dance, so he was okay.
I'm not mad at LeBron. Disappointed. Even worse.
Okay.
It's even worse. Like when you have a kid and you're like, no, I'm not mad at you. Oh, I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed in you.
Don Partita in the YouTube chat says, who is more overrated? This is a Sedano question. Elvis or the Beatles? Don't worry, we're going to play the Beatles next. Yeah, see that Sedano sigh? I like that.
It's a good question.
It's
a very good question.
Were you thinking about it or annoyed by it? Thinking
No. Good question.
No,
That's
it is a good
pondering
question.
side.
Solid.
Ponderous, man. Ponderous.
Very solid. Very solid.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to really dive into that one, to be honest with you. I'd probably slight lean to Elvis being more overrated.
I would too.
Me too.
I would as well.
Me too.
Can't knock the Beatles.
So, Cappy.
Yo.
These next 5 days.
Amazing.
If you're a football fan of any kind, might be the best 5 days we've ever had. If you really think about it, just the consecutive nature of the stakes that are being played for, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. Because I think the reason that what you're saying is not really like an exaggeration is because you've got these two college football games on night, back to back, where tonight, listen, I can tell you this. I grew up a Miami fan. I grew up loving the Jimmy Johnson Miami teams. In 1983, George, I was a 13-year-old kid sitting at the highest level at the Orange Bowl in Miami, a stadium that is no longer there. And I watched Miami that night beat Nebraska for the national championship and have Howard Schnellenberger lifted up on his players' shoulders and walked off that field. And I fell in love with Miami football that night. I'm 13 years old. I loved Miami that entire generation in the 80s. Michael Irvin, Vinny Testaverde, all the way to Steve Walsh, and the list goes on and on. I love those Miami teams. But I must admit to you, I am rooting for Ole Miss to beat Miami. As much as I loved Miami as a kid, I want to see Ole Miss stick it to Lane Kiffin. And I also want to see Ole Miss being embroiled in this notion of, well, if we win, who coaches our offense next week? Is Charlie Weiss going to leave and go back to LSU? Because LSU is going to be like, guys, we hired you. Get over here. We didn't expect you to beat Georgia. We certainly didn't expect you to beat Miami. I'm rooting for Ole Miss tonight.
So I think that what I would say is this, real quick, before I get into the matchup. Have you guys seen Michael Irvin's content on his YouTube page?
I have not, but I will just say one thing.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go find it.
Okay.
Because he's basically at every game, and they've mic'd him up with like a lav mic, kind of like what Parker does for us when we're at events.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a maniac.
Maniac.
Like what you're seeing on television,
Yeah.
these glimpses of him, imagine those edited down over 12 minutes of an entire game where he's freaking out at every moment. He's on his hands and knees during the game. He's making like grunting noises throughout the game. It sounds like he's either playing or he's a rabid dog. I don't know which one. Maybe both. Maybe that's how he sounded like when he was playing. But it is hilarious to watch. Okay?
I love Michael Irvin. I really do. But there's a part of me that is like, can we focus on the kids that are playing and not on
No, but they
Michael
are doing
Irvin?
that. They are doing that. And by the way, Michael Irvin played with Mario Cristobal. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like they go way back. And Michael, came in the off season to train with the wide receivers and like I have no issue with Michael.
I guess
Irvin,
what you're saying
okay?
is he's closer to the program and closer to the team than somebody like myself would know.
Correct.
Yeah.
And he's always been. And more so now because his guy is the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you watch, and Parker's putting
We're
up
watching
some of
it
the
right now,
video.
yeah.
Right, no. But the audio, to me, is the best part. I mean, that's him and Ray Lewis on the YouTube now. But the audio, Lindsay and them need to cut up just like these snippets of him making these grunting noises during the game. And it is just, it's funny audio to listen to. I don't know what he's doing when he's making these noises, like what is actually happening. Like if you just listen to the audio without the video component, you would be wondering, like, is he in the bathroom trying to poop? Is he like, is there a dog with him? Like, is he snarling? Is he having a heart attack? What is happening here? Like, I can't really pinpoint it. Anyway, back to the game. So what I would say to you is if you're ESPN, there is a no-lose scenario here for you in these 4 games, or these 2 games in college football.
No doubt.
Okay? Regardless of what the outcome is between these 4 teams, let's just say, for argument's sake, Ole Miss wins.
Mm-hmm.
You're still riding this Lane Kiffin thing. Like, you're riding that, right?
And everybody in America can get into that story.
Correct. And, and then Oregon and Indiana. I mean, Indiana is the obvious story we've talked about, from rags to riches, right? We, and like I assumed, Mark Cuban is a big reason why they're bankrolling this program at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oregon, right? Phil Knight, Nike, they've been knocking on the door so many times. They've never gotten a chance to win. So if they advance, obviously that makes sense. And then Miami is obvious. They're the only team that's won. They are one of the more historic programs in the last 40 or 50 years that has found itself on very hard times. They were a micro dynasty over 20 years. They won 5 titles in 20 years. They were in 9 championship games over those 20 years. And over the last 20 years, they've been a mediocre team. If anything, I always feel like Miami and USC have a lot of parallels, if we're being frank. And I've always said, and I've said this for 10 years on this station, if USC and Miami get their act together in college football, it is the worst nightmare for the SEC in general. Because you have 2 big city teams that get treated like pro franchises in a lot of ways in the way they're covered. And I think it would be tremendous for the sport if either of those 2 schools, and in a perfect world, both, become powerhouses again. So
how about this? You think about this for a second. You ready? You say that ESPN can't lose, right? Because let's say Miami beats Ole Miss. And for me, and I don't know if I'm alone on this or if everybody feels the same way, I'm rooting for Ole Miss because I don't like what Lane Kiffin did. And I don't like that Lane Kiffin is a school jumper, is a job jumper, and I don't like more than anything that he left this team in this state. In other words, if let's say Ole Miss was going to play in some garbage bowl game and Lane Kiffin left, I'd be like, okay, I get that. It's no big deal. But you're in the playoff and you have a chance to win the championship, and I don't like the way Lane Kiffin left. I don't like the way some of his coaches were threatened. It's either get on the plane or you're done. And I also don't like the fact that these coaches who are now employed by LSU are coming back to Ole Miss, and there's this whole controversy of what if they win. So if Ole Miss wins, that's a great story. But let's say Miami wins. Everything you just talked about, micro dynasties and big cities and covered like NFL teams. If Miami wins, then you know what I really want to see? Then I want to see Oregon win. Because
you
wouldn't
get
it be
Cristobal
interesting?
versus his
Right.
old team.
Now that
But by the way,
would be
if you
juicy.
get Miami to win and you get Fernando Mendoza, you
Right.
get Fernando Mendoza playing in his home city and Miami playing in their home stadium.
And then, now that's another juicy conversation.
So that's what I'm saying. ESPN can't lose regardless of what the matchup ends up being out of this semifinal.
Here's where I would really feel bad. You ready for this? So I'm rooting for Ole Miss to beat Miami, even though I told you I grew up a Miami fan and I love the Miami program. Historically, I'm rooting for Ole Miss because of the Lane Kiffin story. I've told you that. I'm rooting for Indiana because I love the Kurt Signetti story. I love the Fernando Mendoza story. And you just used a phrase, rags to riches. That's exactly what Indiana's football program has done. Gone from the worst program in college football in 2 years. They're playing, championship caliber football. Got a Heisman Trophy winner. If Ole Miss plays Indiana, see, George, now I'm in an emotional wasteland. I don't know where to go. I love Mendoza. I love Signetti. I love what they've done in Indiana. But I want Ole Miss to stick it to Lane Kiffin. So I got to figure out that emotion.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think they're going to be both very good games. I think that, the Ole Miss's quarterback and the way they play offense is the perfect antidote against Miami's ferocious defense and aggressive defense because he can keep plays alive with his feet, and he's an excellent thrower of the football, Trinidad Chambliss. They throw the ball to their guys in space and let those guys create. So it is going to be a fascinating chess match. Now, their defense is not as good as Texas A&M or Ohio State by any stretch of the imagination. So that also means Miami's offense will be better against Ole Miss. So you may have a higher scoring game than we've seen from any of these college football playoff games in a minute. And then I think Indiana, Oregon, for me with Indiana, it's just very tough to beat a team twice. And I just think Oregon is more talented across the board, while I do think Indiana is the better coached team. So I think we're going to have two really good games. But then, Cappy, we've laid out the college football part of it.
You got Thursday and Friday night.
But then Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
right?
You have 3 more days of football. Okay? And then you get the NFL playoffs. You've got the Rams playing, right, against the Panthers. You've got Chicago, Green Bay. You've got San Francisco, Philly. You've got New England. You've got they're playing the Chargers. You've got Buffalo and Jacksonville, which, by the way, you can convince me of any result there. You can convince me Buffalo blows them out. You can convince me Jacksonville blows them out. You can convince me of a great game there, right? Like, you've got all these different scenarios, right, of the way these things can end up playing out. And then Pittsburgh, obviously,
right,
is
Monday night
in
Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh against Houston, who is the hottest team in football.
And the best defense in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 5 straight days of just put it in my vein football.
Right.
Okay.
Eight games
at the highest
5
level.
days.
At the highest level for the highest stakes.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Listen, I'm as excited as anybody, which is why, by the way, last night watching the Lakers, I'm like, whatever. It's January. This guy's not playing. This guy's hurt. Okay. Like, it's a regular season game, and it's Wednesday night, and that's what's on TV, so that's what I will watch. But the truth of the matter is that I am so much more right now focused on football, both college football and NFL football, that NBA January 30-plus games into the season, not exactly something, to use your phrase, that I need to pump into my veins. These next 5 days are going to be amazing. And the fact that college football has Thursday and Friday night all to themselves with just one game each, and then we're going to know who's the national championship game next week, and then you just keep hitting me over the head with all these NFL games on Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday. Can't wait, man. Can't wait for tonight's game.
College football, from a viewership standpoint, has become the second biggest sport in America.
Has become? Was it not?
Well, no, it was debatable at times. But over the last few years, in the playoff era specifically, has become the second most popular sport in America.
You know what's really funny about that, too, is that all these kids, everybody's in the transfer portal, everybody's trying to get paid, everybody's trying to find a place to play. And I think to myself, you know, we all talk about free agency and you know, how college football has become pro football. When I was in college and I was playing football, they used to come to our classes, George, and make sure we were in those classes. You know, like eligibility was a real thing. If you didn't have your grades right, you did not play. I cannot imagine a scenario. Could you imagine a starting quarterback being paid $4 million who chooses not to go to class, and they show up and they go, oh, he can't play, he's ineligible? Like, to me, I would ask this question because I'm this far removed, but does anybody even go to class? Because, honestly, these guys are all pros. I mean,
they do go to class.
Okay, they do. They still do. They actually are required to still go to class, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought they were, thought they were pro players.
Don't know if you realize that. But
no, I didn't know
why
that.
don't you tell us? I told us about my home away from home. Why don't you tell us about yours?
I would love to. Mine is not just mine. It's mine and Christopher's home away from home. That's the East Central in downtown L.A. We got the best location. We are right across the street from L.A. Live. And you want that feel of downtown L.A. and the action and the vibe of Figueroa, and you look across the street at L.A. Live and you're coming down for a game or you're coming down for a show or a museum or anything, the East Central got the best location. But, Chris, besides the best location, would you agree? The biggest hotel rooms, which means you spread out, you get comfy in those big hotel rooms at the East Central.
Not just that, you get used to the hotel rooms and the massive size of them, so that when you stay in another hotel, you go, oh, this is how other hotel rooms are.
Right.
So small, so cramped. At the
Right.
East Central, I got room for all my suitcases, all my luggage. I can spread out. I can work in there. And, of course, I could stack up the middle towels.
Those middle towels are your favorite. I always say the softest towels you've ever felt. I don't know where they get them. I don't know where the East Central gets these towels. But you've ever been to like a super crazy, overpriced, fancy hotel and they try and sell you their bed sheets or their pillows? That's what the East Central should do. They should start selling their towels because they're the softest towels you've ever felt. Look, you got the Nixo Lounge, great place for breakfast in the morning, also nice for a cocktail in the evening. You got the brand new gym. It's got the treadmills and the bikes and the dumbbells, everything you would need to use a gym in a hotel. But most importantly, you got the location, you got the giant rooms, you got it all at the East Central Hotel in downtown L.A. Entertainment's official address, the East Central.
Absolutely right. 8:45 on a Thursday, Cappy. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. It's a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Call 877. Is that the number now? I don't know. 877-710-ESPN. No. All right, so I won't do the solicit here. I'll do the solicit in a few moments.
I heard all about this phone number. You know, they blamed Bergie, and I don't think that's right.
But well, and I also got some of the blame on Twitter, but we'll talk about that.
Can I give you the number?
Sure. Go ahead.
213-799-0139. 213-799-0139.
And if you're caller number 7 for at least 2 more days, you'll win a pair of GA tickets to watch the Rams take on the Panthers at Cosm Los Angeles this Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Experience NFL football like never before on Cosm's immersive shared reality displays. Limited tickets available through Cosm.com. Listen all day for your chance to win only with ESPN LA on a Cosm Ticket Thursday. One more time, Berger, give that phone number.
213-799-0139.
Because I know Cappy's going to be who Cappy is, we'll follow up on the phone number stuff. Plus whatever Sedano teased in 3 minutes from right now. Suckers.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer. Presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
What's good? It's your boy, Producer D, DeAndre Hawkins from the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. And I've been lucky enough to host Lakers Talk Daily on our ESPN LA YouTube channel for the last year. But big news, starting Thursday at 11 a.m., a new era of Lakers Talk Daily. Now, all the way live. That's right, baby. Each weekday at 11 a.m., we're talking purple and gold live on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. I'm a ball knower, and I'll be ready to talk Lakers with you every day, starting Thursday. Lakers Talk Daily live at 11 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. For all you ball knowers, come support your boy, and I'll talk to you on Thursday.
It's Bethel Duran, and it's time to celebrate the new year with a new truck from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. Right now, lease a brand new 2025 Toyota Tacoma for just $84 a month for 36 months plus tax. And if you're thinking about a trade-in, your current ride could be worth more than you think. Northridge Toyota, Wonders Toyota, they make it easy.
Tacoma model 7162G, VIN number 3TYJDAHN 1ST037657. These excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, dealer options, and charges. $59.95 due at signing, $84 per month. Offer expires 1/31/2026.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Straight up, homeboy.
George Sedano.
I gotta pop it up higher.
Right.
Scott Kaplan.
Like for me, I'm a morning scraper.
More Sedano and Cap right now.
Try to see it my way. Do I have to keep on talking till I can go?
We asked the question, who's more overrated? I don't think any of them are overrated, but Elvis.
I mean,
Sedano
Elvis
does.
is more overrated.
On this day in 1966, the number one hit, the Beatles. We can work it out, Jack.
At least the Beatles made their own music.
All right,
Correct. I mean, Elvis kind of stole a lot of people's
8:49 in the morning.
music.
I want to complete this because I know Cappy was asking as we went to break, but we never break, as somebody once said. The issue with the phone number was we didn't pay the phone bill for 4 years. Here's why. Here's why. And it wasn't.
idea.
It's not just
I
us.
didn't know that.
Really?
Happened
For
to-
4 years?
Here's what
I didn't
happened
know
to
that.
us and ESPN New York.
What happened?
The phone number, the actual 877 number, was never transferred from the Walt Disney Company to GKB in the sale. So Disney didn't pay it for 4 years, and GKB didn't know about it. Well, I guess Disney's credit was good because they let it run for 4 years, and then at the end of the year, bam! It is a final. Now GKB has paid the numbers, but now it's like, however that worked, it takes a couple days to get it back up. I know how that goes. So, hopefully by Monday, 877-710-ESPN, a legendary number, will be back up. So there you go, Cappy.
I have a
That's what
question.
Ireland was ripping me about yesterday.
Yeah.
Because he's mad that I sent Mason home, which leads to John having to do more work, God forbid, over the next few days of the show.
Did he blame you or did he blame me? 'Cause
He
I was
blamed
getting it that
you.
He, blamed
He
me.
kind of blamed you, Bergie.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
he
know
kinda
I was
blamed
taking
you.
a lot of heat, and he was saying, oh, if you listen to the morning show, it's just the Chris Morales show. Hey, listen, John, at least we don't fall asleep on our show.
Oh, wow. God, it had to
I
get
don't know.
so
John
personal.
was very wide awake when I saw him yesterday. We had a big embrace. We had a hug when we
It
saw
is
each other
documented
yesterday.
for years, him falling asleep on his own show.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
And
Couple
I
of
love
questions.
Johnny I. I complimented Johnny I yesterday. It's in the open, and you dismissed me, Cappy. But I don't want to spend more time on me. I want to get back to Sedano's tees and pay it off.
Okay. Can I just ask one question?
Please, no.
Please?
Just keep it till the YouTube, the Prize Picks Power Hour.
No, I got to have one
Please,
question.
no. Because
One
it'll
question.
take 5 minutes.
No, it's going to be really quick. You ready?
So here we go again.
When you have a 4-year phone bill that you haven't paid, how much is the phone bill when you pay it?
Comes to about 1 week of Mason and Ireland's compensation.
Oh,
so
we're
a
talking
lot
like,
of money.
Like $1 million.
No, not that much, but a lot.
I mean, that's hilarious. And how did we get this 213 number?
It's the actual phone line.
Right.
So the 887
Right.
number
It's
is
just not the. It's not the toll free number.
It's called a hunt number.
Correct.
A hunt, HUNT number, is what call it. So all the numbers have individual numbers, and then they all go to the hunt line.
Right.
All right. George, you should have handled this, man.
Me?
Yeah, you.
It's a job for the black
I don't got time to be handling phones, bro.
Well, I mean, you
I don't
booked
even
me
like the phones.
You booked me on a Yahoo show. You booked my competitor on a Yahoo show. You're booking Yahoo shows. You should have fixed the phones here, man.
Well, Chris blamed me. He said that I was the reason the phone died.
Oh, it was your fault.
Well,
because
he doesn't like the phone line anyway, so eventually he got us to not pay it. That was the bit.
Was there ever a conversation that maybe GKB should not pay it and we should just blow off phone lines?
No. Because we do contests and a lot of stuff that is partner-related with the phone number and other shows.
Okay.
So anyway, enough of this. Can we pay off Sedano's tees now?
What was Sedano's tees?
I don't remember.
Wow.
Oh, that's what happens at 8:52 in the morning. I don't remember. Came out hot, on fire, and then 8:52, you're like, pay off that tease, George. George, do you remember what the tease was?
I actually don't believe I teased anything, to be honest
I kind of
with you.
agree. I don't recall the tease.
Yeah, we finished our conversation about football, and then I said, hey, I already talked about my home away from home. Why don't you talk about your home away from home? So way to listen to the show, Chris.
I wasn't listening. I was working on something else. But we can roll now till 55.
Getting the phone number back?
No, we had to deal with a contest, and if you heard how we went out, the copy had the 877.
No.
Luckily, Bergie rescued me with the 213 number because I didn't know the 213 number off the top of my head.
Rescue me.
Can I ask you a Laker question, Sedano?
Oh, I thought you wanted to ask me a Laker question.
I can
Why
ask
would
you
you
too,
him?
Happy. I can
Why would
get
you ask
both of
him?
you. I actually want to know what both of you would do in this situation. Eventually, Rui Hachimura is going to come back. He just got brought up from the G League, so hopefully that's going to be pretty soon that he plays again.
Mm-hmm.
Would you leave Jake LaRavia in the starting lineup and have Rui coming off the bench, or switch them back?
No, I would switch them back. You need the punch off the bench, like the scoring punch off the bench.
So wouldn't that be Rui being the scoring punch off the bench?
No, because
LaRavia's
I
a
think
better...
that Jake is more versatile in regard. He can handle better than Rui Hachimura. He's a more versatile offensive player.
But Jake LaRavia, to me, is a better defender than Rui is.
No, he's not.
Really?
No.
Come on, Bergie. Watch the game. Come on, man.
No, he's not.
I'm asking a question.
Come on, dude.
No, I mean, he's
really more of a statement.
He asked the question.
Right. This is just a conversation.
No, he's not. He's not.
No,
you
he
need
didn't ask
Rui.
the question.
Rui's a good defender. Rui is a much longer defender. Like, yeah, you kind of need Rui out there, especially with Austin and Luka.
Okay, so you're saying that LaRavia off the bench is the better scoring punch either way.
Correct. It creates better balance that way.
What do you
in
think,
my
Cappy?
opinion.
What do you think, Cappy?
I actually am very impressed with LaRavia because if I'm being like really honest, George, you want to finish my sentence here? If I'm being
I had
really
no
honest,
idea who he was.
That's right. Thank you. That's right. I mean, honestly, when they signed Jake LaRavia and we had him on the air, I was like, yo, man, tell me about this marriage thing you got going on. Because when it came to basketball, I was like, who is this guy? I'm very impressed with Jake LaRavia.
Good job, Cappy. In 1 minute or less, let's talk about our friend Jacob Emrani, please.
Oh, let's do that.
Oh, it's very simple. Listen, you get into an accident, man. You call Jacob, right? At this new number, 800-345-6789. So listen, 2026 gets going. Everybody's wishing you a happy new year, especially Jacob, wealth, success, and really great things. But if you get into an accident, that's the number you call. You call 800-345-6789. And look, that's the first call you need to make. A free consultation, a free case evaluation. You can ask the questions. You can talk about your pain, your car, your job, all of it. And it doesn't cost you anything, Cappy.
That's exactly right, because Jacob takes on all the cost, and he doesn't get paid unless you get paid. So, George, let's give everybody that number one more time.
800-345-6789. So, listen, Jacob and his team, the law office of Jacob and Ronnie, they get to work. Your information goes to the lawyers who actually review your case. They look at how you were hurt, who's responsible, and what insurance is involved. They make sure they can truly help you before promising anything. No overpromising, no false hope, just honesty, straight answers. And remember, call Jacob when you get into an accident, okay? At 800-345-6789. Save that number, 800-345-6789. The law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, the official sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers, and the same dedication to winning is what Jacob brings to every case he takes on. If an accident turns your new year upside down, know what happens when you call, and then make that call. Dial 800-345-6789 or visit calljacob.com.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Every 40 seconds a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Park Party Play. This Wildcard weekend, the playoffs coming live at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales, for the ultimate ESPN LA Rams watch party. The ESPN LA crew will be broadcasting live starting at 11:30 a.m. with the pregame, halftime, and postgame shows right from Hollywood Park Casino this Saturday, January 10th. Cheer on our Rams, soak in the excitement, and win exclusive prizes. Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room, and the only place to party and play 24/7. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Big Game James Worthy of the Los Angeles Lakers, and I'm here with iSpot Active. Here to let you know that we're going to be at the Fit Expo in Los Angeles on January 10th and January 11th at the LA Convention Center. So come on down, check out iSpot Active, see what our wearable cryo gear is all about. We're going to be raffling off some tickets for some basketballs, giving away some autographs, and having a lot of fun. So come on down to the Fit Expo January 10th and 11th. iSpot Active will be there. Hope to see you there.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
Berg, as you guys like to call him, is now live. Because I did tell him. Wait. I told him about the tattoo of Africa right here on his chest.
You did not tell me.
I told him undrafted. I told him Atlanta.
Now, Berg, is it possible you just don't recall?
I mean, I guess anything is possible, but
I mean, you were blowing him off, right, Berg?
Yeah, if you were dismissive.
I did
Right,
not.
if you were being dismissive, you weren't being attentive in the listening department.
Here's where it gets funny.
Sure, but we didn't have, like, that conversation didn't happen. It was the conversation between, he would just say Nate Landman to me over and over again.
He never told you about the Africa tattoo on his chest.
Did not tell me about that.
Okay, interesting.
Who is
that seems like a pretty specific detail.
Right.
I'm actually in your corner.
Thank you.
Relax.
Thank you.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Right, so George, you may have, with your relationship with Goldfarb may have been expecting Walker Mel,
right?
But then
now he's got Julian Council because you led us down a rabbit hole to think it was Julian Council.
Have you looked up Walker Mel? He's a good-looking man.
Yeah, so I couldn't find Julian Council. I couldn't find it, and so now Goldfarb is texting me literally right now, George, saying it is in fact going to be Julian Council.
A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
No. Giant Mexican, horn section. And
did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
Work with him one-on-one to appreciate how good he is at what he does.
All right.
I gave a compliment and you're just going to throw it away.
No, I was about to say I'll second that.
You guys are like...
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit Boy.
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time. So,
right, that's right. Of course we were.
If you're an
don't get
undrafted free
dismissive
agent,
with me. I'm asking you a question.
Okay. Wow, don't get dismissive with my boy Sedano today,
Dismiss him.
Bergman.
So, Mongrels, stay tuned.
Yeah.
9:03 and 5 seconds. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, the Prize Picks Power Hour begins. Mongrels. Prize Picks, download the app today and use code KAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KAPPY to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
I wouldn't know.
Dr. Clapper, the great Dr. Robert Clapper from Cedar-Sinai, the Weekend Warrior Show, Saturdays at 7 a.m. He'll join us in a few moments on the Prize Picks Power Hour. First
I thought we were going to do the YouTube thing now. Or the Yahoo thing, not the YouTube thing.
We'll do it after Dr. Clapper. Dr. Clapper will join us in just a moment or two. Then we'll do the YouTube thing. And this will be our first conversation with Dr. Clapper of 2026. By the way, though, want to give, because we always talk about E1, E2. Let's give much love to our friends, The Rich Eisen Show,
They're
which
on
is
E1
airing
today.
terrestrially on 7:10 a.m. and usually on Disney+. But today, The Rich Eisen Show on E1, Cappy.
Yeah, what's the story there? Any story?
Well, I would imagine that McAfee's not doing his show today because of he has like an alternative broadcast on E2 for the semifinal game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Okay, very good.
So congratulations to the Rich Eisen Show.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to email programming and ask, Cappy?
No, that's all right. I'm fine. What's the dude's name? Do you guys remember? He came to meet us at Hollywood Park Casino one day. Oh, God. And he's like, I guess, a co-host on the Eisen Show. I didn't even know it, but he's like the wrestling dude. Does anybody know who I'm talking about? Brother with the long dreads?
Great
Anybody
guy.
know? Yeah, I don't remember his name, though. I didn't realize he was like a daily part of the Eisen Show until
And he's
I'm
part
watching right now.
of our very good friend,
O'Shea
Jackson Jr.'s wrestling podcast.
Right.
We are
right,
looking
right.
it up now because I can't remember his name.
I
off the
can't
top
either.
Of
He
my
was
head.
a hell of a nice guy that day. He really was a great guy.
All right.
So I should know his name.
So maybe you should have looked it up before you brought it up on the air.
Well, it just happened. I
All
mean, I
right.
just saw it. So
Okay.
it's a
Well, there you go.
natural reaction.
While we effort it, let's effort our friend, the great Dr. Robert Clapper from Cedar-Sinai, the Weekend Warrior Show. You can hear Saturdays at 7 a.m. When we're over with all the injury talk and what you guys have for Dr. Clapper, I want to ask him about his eating experience because he's been posting absolutely beautiful pictures on Instagram this week. And we know how I love eating. Good morning, Dr. Robert Clapper.
Yes, I have. The ultimate tuna melt. The ultimate banana cream pie. Oh, my God. I found a jewel of a place in Los Angeles.
Banana cream pie, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That
So
is
remember
something-
that TV show, Everybody Loves Raymond?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, the guy who made that show, Phil Rosenthal, is a foodie.
Yes, I've
And he
heard about him.
decided to make
Yes.
the very best place to get a tuna melt and to
Yeah.
get a hot chocolate and a milkshake. It's called Max and Helen's. It's named after his mom and dad who passed away, and it's in L.A. on Larchmont. And I didn't even have to wait 3 hours. I waited 5 minutes, and I was seated. But I did go at 2:30 in the afternoon.
But apparently the wait is like 2 hours just to get in during prime time.
Yeah, I did, Chris. I did not wait a minute. I got there. It was 2:30. Your table's ready. Boom, and we went in.
And
Amazing.
I texted you when I saw the picture of the tuna melt because it reminded me of the old Daily Grill. And I used to work at Yahoo when it was in Santa Monica, and there was a Daily Grill right there. And that tuna melt was legendary. So
that
that's
looks
awesome.
like a good-ass tuna melt. Man, that looks good.
Oh, you're going to love this tuna melt. It was so good.
And I almost am sure, Dr. Clapper, I'm almost sure I saw a profile on this restaurant and on the gentleman who you're speaking of, because I think his daughter, does she own it with him and operate it with him?
Nancy Silverton owns it with him, the lady from Moza.
Okay, so here's the thing. I saw they did like a profile on the two of them on like the CBS morning news or something like that on a weekend show. I don't even know how I saw it, but probably on social media. But yeah, wow, okay, that's good. That's a good looking tuna melt. That is good looking.
Yeah, for sure. Amazing.
Avocado.
And by the way, thanks to you guys, I was on the front page of the LA Times New Year's Day. So thank you for all the shout outs, because obviously the LA Times listens to your show. It's great.
I mean, George, you want to finish this sentence?
Well, Dr. Clapper Cappy always says everybody listens, so
That's
clearly
right.
everybody listens.
Very, very
Well,
clear.
Steve Lopez from the LA Times listens because it was amazing.
Well,
Shout
and
out to
Steve Lopez, for those that, Cappy, I don't know how much you know about Steve Lopez, legendary writer for the LA Times.
I do not, but I'm glad that
They
he's
made a
listener.
movie about him.
Really? What was the movie? Was it Sand and in the Liver?
No, man.
Oh.
It was Robert Downey Jr., right, in that movie. Was it not?
Iron Man?
Not Iron Man.
Oh. I don't know what movie you're talking about. Well, Doc, while George figures this out, we've been going back and forth a little bit today about LeBron not playing last night. Of course, as you might imagine, I'm the guy that wanted LeBron to play, and George is the guy that says, well, he's 41 years old. You can't ask him to play back-to-backs. The thing I'm curious about is Austin Reeves. We're having that conversation about a calf injury. Yes. We're concerned, obviously, that calf injury can sometimes turn into Achilles injury. So you tell us, grade 2, I don't even know how to pronounce it, left gastros. Forget it. I'm not even trying.
All right. First of all, let's start with this. The movie is with Robert Downey Jr. and Jamie Foxx. That is the soloist, and Robert Downey Jr. plays Steve Lopez, basically, if I recall correctly. And the injury is a gastrocnemius strain, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Very nice, George. I thought that was like some kind of stomach problem. I didn't realize that was
it's a
problem
calf
with
strain.
the calf.
It's a fancy way to say a calf strain.
Yeah, I hear gastro. So what do you say, Dr. Clapper, about Austin Reeves, this injury, timeline, et cetera?
So he has a facet. I mean, every part of the body. That's why I'm an orthopedic surgeon. Fascinates me. But let's do really a deep dive into your calf muscle. So I want you to grab the back of your calf muscle right now with your hand and feel the width of it, how wide it is. Yeah. That is the deeper muscle called the soleus muscle. And that muscle anchors itself to the back of the tibia, the shin bone. But here's what's fascinating. What's right under the skin is the other muscle, the gastrocnemius muscle, that has two big heads. And it is on top of the wider muscle, the soleus. But here's what's fascinating about the gastroc muscle, which he tore, is that it originates not from the tibia. It actually goes higher behind the back of the knee, and the gastroc muscle originates the back of your femur, the thigh bone. It's amazing. And they come together at the back of your calf. They then have like a canvas-like material, the fascia, and then before they become the rope, which attaches to your heel bone, the calcaneus, under the microscope, it rotates 90 degrees before it attaches to your heel bone. So when you say, is there a connection like Tyrese Halliburton, where he had a strain that now became an Achilles tendon? Yes, that is exactly what you worry about, because he doesn't just have a superficial injury. He has a grade 2, which means it's deep, so you have to shut him down. He ain't coming back so fast. It's at least a month from when it occurred that you reevaluate him, but let's see. He better be 100% pain-free before he comes back.
Yeah, Doc. So at least another 2 weeks before reevaluation for
yes,
for Austin. And when I asked JJ yesterday in our meeting with him, I just asked him, "Is there any update on Austin?" It was, he's usually very expansive with his answers. He literally gave me nothing. He was like, "No update." That was his answer. So that tone led me to believe exactly what you said. And you've now reinforced that based on just my speculation on his answer, that this is a serious deal.
Yeah, serious deal. And if you want a clap revision, my favorite is a water skier. That horizontal, I know Kaplan
horizontal. He's horizontal.
The horizontal bar that the water skier holds onto has two little strings on either side of the bar that attach to the main rope that goes to the boat. Well, when you rupture your Achilles, you're rupturing the main rope that goes to the boat. Goodbye water skiing. But a calf strain is you tore the little rope on one side of the bar. So you're desperately hanging on to that bar, but it's only attached to the main rope through that one little rope that remains on the other side of the bar. That's why it's so tenuous.